Alright guys, how's it going? So I've been to the cafe and I have reviewed today's Spanish football dailies for you. I drunk some coffee today. I had five cups of coffee. I think I was in the cafe from about 8 a.m. and it's noon now, so I was there about 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. I just want to give a shout out to Michael Clegg, who joined one of the live streams yesterday, and he says, "Get yourself a bocadillo tomorrow, Dunk." Which I fucking did. Here we go. There we go. There's me hard at work in the cafe, look, reviewing Marco, my first paper. And I treat myself to a bocadillo. Thanks to you, Michael. And of course, everybody else that keeps me topped up on the coffee that I give a shout out to in my morning briefings. And there's already some people to acknowledge tomorrow morning. Right, guys. So where shall we start? Okay, so... for those of you that are here, maybe to see if there's anything to do with Trent, there isn't. There's nothing in any of the Spanish print media today that, the football dailies regarding Trent Alexander-Arnold and Real Madrid. There's nothing to do with Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk. There is a little bit about Luis Diaz, which we'll touch on shortly, but nothing overly exciting. It's just a repeat of Barcelona's interest in him. But I'm going to look at a few things that I think might interest you. But if you haven't got time, you don't really need to watch the entire video. I'm going to touch on Luis Diaz, but I'm probably going to record a separate video for you regarding that, because some people are asking how Barcelona can make a deal happen for him with the financial problems that they've had. But some people don't realise that Barcelona resolved those financial problems. Do you remember last year they tried to sign Luis Diaz last summer, but they couldn't do it because of those problems? Well, they've been resolved now. But they still have to follow what is this 1-1 rule in La Liga, which I'm going to record a separate video for you after this. All right, so let's go. Let's see what we have. Frenkie de Jong keeps being mentioned with Liverpool. He's been linked with us a few times recently, but not by anyone credible. Only the Twitter twats, clickbait outlets, things like that. They've been suggesting Liverpool are interested in him. I don't think we are, and I'm sure you don't. Yesterday, it was reported here in Spain that his agent had met Deco, Barca's sporting director in Barcelona. It was a brief conversation about his renewal. We mentioned it in yesterday's review of the Spanish dailies. Now, Marca have followed up on this topic today, and they've said the renewal is not moving forward, despite the fact that the club already offered him a contract to stay at Barcelona a year ago. The two parties have now decided that it is not the time to talk and that the conversations will resume at the end of the season. I'm sure that was kind of mentioned yesterday as well. It was just like a brief conversation. We'll talk at the end of the season kind of thing. But basically, Marca are claiming that the player is comfortable in Barcelona, the city itself, the area, but appears to be keeping his options open. He's been booed by the fans, which has upset him. And he was very disappointed that Barcelona tried to sell him when they had those previous financial problems. I'm mentioning it purely because some Liverpool fans, they do jump on my streams and they'll say, "Don't, what do you reckon about De Jong?" And I don't see us having any interest in that player whatsoever. So I'm just telling you what's happening in Spain, if you like. Yesterday it sounded more like a contract renewal was, on the table, if you like it was going to happen, and because of that would close the door on Liverpool, wouldn't it? But today, I think it's important to say to you, oh, hang on a minute, maybe it isn't as straightforward as that, but I still don't see Liverpool showing any interest in that player. Let me know if you think we could be. So, Real Sociedad, they're in Europa League action this evening against Midtjylland. I can't remember how to pronounce that name. I'm sure we played them years ago. Real Sociedad are at home this evening, looking to make the most of their 2-1 first leg advantage and secure their place in the Europa League round of 16. Martin Zubimendi is suspended and will not be involved. On a separate note, I will be updating you at some point today about some fresh claims surrounding Zubimendi, which you may find of interest, but that wasn't in the print media today. It's just something else that I want to touch on. AS commented on Liverpool's game last night against Aston Villa, They don't write anything of interest, to be honest with you, but as a pro-Real Madrid newspaper, they did opt to use a photo of Trent Alexander-Arnold in the coverage, if you like, as it was a photo of him striking the ball for his goal last night. It's a small observation, doesn't really mean anything, but I like to point these things out. You know, could have used umpteen different photographs, but they went for the one with Trent, you know, obviously probably because of the suggestion that he's going to Real Madrid in the summer. Now, AS I have an article, Future Plans After the New Salary Cap. Now, this is to do with Barcelona, so this is where the Luis Diaz stuff comes in. Barcelona learnt on Tuesday this week about their squad cost limit and received good news that allows Deco, the club's sporting director, to start fine-tuning his transfer targets. So this is to do with the amount of money each club can spend in Spain. I saw the tables published yesterday, and it listed each club, you know, and to what their caps were financially, if you like. So we're going to stick with Barcelona because that's the club that's linked with, you know, a Liverpool player at the moment. Obviously, Real Madrid and Trent doesn't come into it because, you know, he's a free transfer. Obviously, his salary does come into the 1-1 rule, but let's not get confuse things too much. Barcelona's new cap stands at 463.642 million euros, an increase of 37 million euros compared to the last evaluation. This also falls within the 1-1 rule, which has been a challenge to regain, but they are they have met that now. So Barcelona are within the 1-1 rule now. Again, I'm going to record a separate video about this if you're confused, right? I'm going to try and explain it to you properly, more in depth in another video. With this in mind, Barcelona's technical department is casting its net in the transfer market, where their main priority is strengthening the attack with a player who can operate on the left wing and also be clinical in front of goal. One name that has long fascinated Deco is Luis Diaz, the Colombian forward from Liverpool. The 27-year-old is under contract until 2027 and for now does not want to extend his deal with the Reds. Reports from Colombia claim that his camp has reached out to Barcelona to explore whether a potential deal could be arranged with Liverpool. Deco is keen on the idea and financially it seems feasible. Now, all the stuff we've been reading about Luis Diaz recently has been coming from the pro-Barcelona newspaper, Sport. This is the Madrid newspaper, if you like, AS. And it's there now saying, you know, Luis Diaz to Barcelona. With regards to those finances and the 1-1 rule, I will record this another video, as I keep saying, and explain to you what that's all about. If you don't have time to watch the video, if you go to www.coptalk.com, there is an article on the front page at the moment about Diaz and Barcelona, and it explains in that article in text format what Barcelona would have to do to make it happen, basically. In summary, regarding what I just told you, Barcelona's squad cost limit is basically the maximum amount they can spend on their first team squad, including wages, transfer fees, bonuses and coaching staff salaries. So they have this new limit of 463.642 million. It means they must keep their total squad expenses within that figure. Okay. Sport. So we're going to the Catalan newspaper now. Emery's Aston Villa halts Liverpool is the headline. And the sub-headline is Liverpool fight back, but Darwin spurns winner. And they write, Trent Alexander-Arnold salvaged a point with a stunning strike, but Darwin Núñez squandered a golden chance to complete the comeback with the goal at his mercy. Arne Slot's side pushed for a response after the break. Jota rattled the crossbar, but it was Alexander-Arnold who found the breakthrough, unleashing a thunderous strike from distance to level the scores. Liverpool threw everything forward in search of a winner, turning up the intensity in the final stages. Chance after chance went begging, but the biggest miss of all fell to Darwin Núñez, who somehow failed to convert into an empty net. Another frustrating result for Liverpool, who let a crucial victory slip in the race for the Premier League title. All right, so that's it. That's all I've got for you today from the Spanish print media. No Zubimendi in action this evening. Obviously, that's why I was telling you that Real Sociedad are playing. I keep an eye on them for you. A little bit about Barcelona's finances, which again I will touch on that in a separate video. And the Frenkie de Jong stuff, which some of you might be interested because you might think that we're targeting him. I don't think we are. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. I'll be live on here today at 1 o'clock UK time and also 6 o'clock. I'm feeling a bit meh today. I don't know if that's the result yesterday. I feel like I just need a shave and a tidy up, maybe a little chill for a little bit. But hopefully I'll catch you on the streams at 1 and 6 o'clock this afternoon or this evening. Hello, Remy, how are you doing? Remy Abbas is here. Yeah, so if you appreciate the video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment if there's anything of interest in this video for you. I know it's not very exciting at the moment, but I have no control over the media, and I'll keep monitoring things for you. And if you want to buy me a coffee, you know what I'm saying? If you want to buy me a coffee, hit the super thanks button. It's the love out under the video, and I will put that to good use tomorrow morning when I'm back in the cafe again. All right, guys. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're not feeling too, fed up after last night's game. I've got a few other things I want to speak to you about. Martin Zubimendi being one of them. All right, guys. I'll speak to you in a bit.